supporting abortions.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, Shalom, Israel.
He's trying to go against that, but he's campaigning for votes.
Yeah, that's what I said he's doing.
Oh.
Right.
Which is so wicked.
I mean, he's doing what he was supposed to do, but black people are applauding him. Like Joe Biden's finally do something right. He's trying to. What he's trying to do is he's trying to say, well, it's women's rights and women's privacy. He's trying to make it federal again. Any questions or comments? Go ahead and pop them in the chat. Let's see here. Let me get the system. What did she say? I'm trying to find this sister. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to be that guy.
Please be that guy.
Would it be a man's right to say he doesn't want to be identified as the father? I mean, I'm not trying to. It's just one of those. A woman has the right, you know what I'm saying, to get an abortion if she wants, right? But what about on the opposite end, when she doesn't want to get the abortion, but the father, you know what I'm saying, says he doesn't want anything to do?
That's part of the argument.
Like, should he not be able to say, and I'm not campaigning for men to do this at all.
Right.
By no means. But should he not be able to say, well, no, I refuse to take, you know what I'm saying, responsibility for this. I refuse to go take the drug test, DNA, whatever the hell that you want it to be. Let her, you know what I'm saying, suffer, you know what I'm saying, that whole woman's thing as she's been doing. Like, what about the opposite? I mean, if we start giving that type of leeway, you know what I'm saying, it's just going to be like the rabbit hole. It's going to start to argue, well, what about the child? Well, there is no child.
It's a rabbit hole, like you said. It's absolutely, just like you said, it's a rabbit hole. Because they're saying men shouldn't have any say-so at all. So, but what they say to that, Thawam Gabor, is, this is what they say to that argument, is the child is born. So since the child is born, the child, he or she exists now. So it's your responsibility because he or she exists now. They don't feel that it's a child until it comes out of the womb. That's what the pro-choice abortionists believe. So, but when a child comes out the womb, it's a human being, so you still have that responsibility. Oh man.
But don't they charge, I'm saying, them with murder if a woman is pregnant and she gets killed?
That's another argument.
They charge them with murder for that.
That's another argument, like you said. I don't know how that just popped out like that.
I mean, it's the overall wickedness of the society, that puts us in the current place and conditions that we're in right now.
So that's what they say, Darwin. They'll say, well, I don't want to have the baby because now is the time not to have the baby. So me not having the baby will help because of poverty and the way we live. So I'm actually helping out the situation by having the abortion. That's what they try to say. But yeah, that's the argument, man. That's the argument. But this is why the I.S.U.P.K teaches law, statutes, and commandments in the Bible, because this is the barometer right here. This is it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is all. This is all you need. Is this book. Yeah. So what they feel is we talk too negative. We're just talking too negative. And what I'm saying is people see the negative because they can readily connect with the negative. So we shouldn't talk about the sisters twerking and their behavior, or the men. We shouldn't talk about any, it doesn't make any sense, but they feel we shouldn't talk about these things because it's a waste of time. And we should only talk about the positive things that we do in the I.S.U.P.K. That's what they're telling the I.S.U.P.K. That we should only talk about the positive things that we do in the I.S.U.P.K. So why do we teach it? Go ahead, Thom. You was about to say something though. Before answering the question, go ahead. Say what you was about to say. Shalom, everybody.
Well, it's the whole thing with Batman food, right?
Hold on, let me get this system. Go ahead.
And the way that he's going about, you know what I'm saying, this whole war. Yo, why, you know what I'm saying, should we get involved at all with anything that has to deal with a nation amongst itself? I mean, Russia, Ukraine, they got whatever they got going on. Why the heck should we have any say? Right? Why should we have any say, you know, as in, if they want to go shoot each other up and kill each other, whatever else, let them do it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but they're saying that we should not allow this genocide to happen, right? They're saying that we should come to the aid and defend, you know what I'm saying, the Ukrainian people from a monster.
That's a good point, huh? So you saying, so why should we get involved? Why should we care what goes on across the world? That's a good point. Why should we? I don't think we shouldn't. Or if that's the case, if it's a woman's right and a woman's control over her own body, why does she need the government to say abortion is legal? You know what I'm saying? Why does she need it then? Ain't that crazy? So why do you need it? This here. So why do you need the government to do this for you? You're absolutely right, though. I don't know how that cracked. How did my shades just crack out of nowhere?
It's not.
Good.
I mean, would it also be similar to the comparison of not demilitarized zone, but what is it? Radio. It's there are zones in which that there's nuclear fallout that has occurred, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to go into these areas because it's unsafe. Whether it's because of the radiation, whether it's because there's, you know, bombs that have not gone off, you're not allowed to go into these zones in these areas, right? The government does that. Why? For the protection of the people. You're going to go out there, you're going to get this nuclear waste and whatever else, and what? Die. Cancer, whatever else they'll claim. So the government should not get involved and say, you shouldn't have abortion.
So why should we get involved with anything? The I.S.U.P.K, we talking about what's negative. We have to talk about what's negative. Because if our children doesn't understand, give me that precept. They say what is good is evil and what is evil is good. Our children wouldn't understand. Our people don't understand what's positive and negative. They don't know. Not only our children don't know that, our nation of people don't know that. We have no limit. We have no line. Everybody believes in unconditional love. Everybody believes in free and tolerant and being liberal and open. It's like gay. It's like seeing the gay people march, having a gay parade. Her breasts are going to be out. A grown woman's breast is going to be out because they feel like, what? This is who we are. And I'm like, I'll be like, what's the point? What's the point of having your titties out? Like, what are you trying to say or communicate? Me as a polygynist, I don't walk down the street with multiple wives and say, here, baby, pull your panties down. Yeah, I'm having sex with her now. Hey, baby, pull your panties down. I'm having sex with her now. Yeah, I got multiple women. That's not educated or intelligent. The psychology behind teaching what is good and what is evil is because our people will be told this is good. Our people are Democrats. Why? Why? Why are black people Democrats? Go ahead, read that scripture out.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good, and as good and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Woe, verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight.
Do y'all hear that? We call it again from the top.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Let me type it in for y'all, for everybody. Let's get it. Let's see what's something right here, right? Oh, sorry, at the top. The water for your patience. The water. Come on now. This is too long. Shalom. Y'all, any questions? Pop them in, Baba Kashar. Any questions? All right. Right now we at Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. I'm going to just let God one read it. All right. Just say it loud out. For some reason, it won't pop up in here.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Mm-hmm. Woe unto them that call evil good.
Do what?
That call evil good.
Do what?
That call evil good.
And it says, woe unto them. It says, woe. Woe means stop, destruction. Like, God damn. That's what woe means. God damn. Slow it down. You wrong. Woe, to say woe to somebody is you're wrong. You need destruction. You need to be stopped. The reason why the Bible has its language in the way that it does, and it speaks of everything so strong, and everything is straight cut. Why is the Bible like that? The reason why the Bible is like that, because that's how our God is. We don't serve a gay God. Our God isn't a sodomite. Our God isn't a woman. And when I say that, I'm talking about emotional or thinking of it. A woman wants everybody to be their friend. Wants everybody to be their friend, and if everybody is not their friend, what happens? She's upset. She cries. She can't believe it. Why don't they love me? Why don't she do this? Why he acting like that? You should see him at my job. They not right. They're mean to me. We serve a God that is a man and a man of war. He's about order and not confusion. And if you want order, you have to make everything right and wrong. You have to make it straight cut. You have to line it up. This is what this is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They don't know what makes a woman. They got a movie. What is a woman? With a guy that we saw on Dr. Phil, Remember the guy that we saw on Dr. Phil, the Edomite, he was talking to the Sodomites? And he was like, well, what is a woman? And the Sodomites was like, he went on and did a documentary after that because he can't find the LGBTQ community to make a straight point. No pun intended, we're saying straight, but can't make a clear point in what is a woman then? How do you want women's rights? What's a woman? Whatever you feel. Whatever you feel. And it's so sad that Black people are like this now. Because Black people used to not be like this. Black people was like, this is right and this is wrong. That's it. There is no gray area. There is no happy-go-lucky, whatever you feel. Just being tolerant. Now, Black people are like that now because Black people are gay. Black people are drug addicts. Black people are whoremongers. Black people are everything wicked because the white man tells you to be wicked. And he uses this scripture right here. This defines it. Go ahead and say it out loud, please.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
That do what?
That call evil good.
Woe unto them that what?
Call evil good. And good evil.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. I drive up and down South Ave with my sons in the car. I have to tell my sons what drug addiction is. Right? You're going to have to. You have to tell children what drug addiction is when you grow up in this environment. You have to tell your children about poverty. And what is poverty? Don't parents say, money don't grow on trees. I got to go to work. Why do people tell that to their children? Why not just give your children your paycheck? Because it'll make them happy. It's nice. Ice cream tastes good for dinner. Eat ice cream all day long, I want. Just do it. It's nice. I.S.U.P.K, we got programs. But why do we have programs, Taiwan? Name one program that we got in the I.S.U.P.K.
Food program.
The food program. Why do we have a food program?
People need food.
Okay, that's true. That's correct. What people need food?
Our people.
Right. Why? Because our people are in poverty. Poverty is a negative thing to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? So not only do I just give you the food, I'm going to tell you about the devil and the oppression that we suffer in poverty. And the reason why we are in poverty and we're at the bottom, it's in the Bible. And it says in the Bible that we would be poor, that we would go to work and all our money go to our slave masters. That's in the Bible. We have to tell that to our people. We have to educate them and show them this is who you are. Now, the turnaround is you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead, Salaki. Oh, you was going to say something. Go ahead. You was going to say something first.
Yeah, I just want to confirm it real quick. So, Salaki, apparently Walmart is selling ground beef, 80% lean, 20% fat. It's ground beef and pork. I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying, that ground beef was going to be mixed with pork now. Like, it's beef, but it's mixed with pork. Like, this is something.
So you're saying they're not telling people, or they saying we have to mix the ground beef with pork because we don't have enough beef?
I mean, people was just looking. I mean, the conversation I had with someone today that brought it up to me was just like, yo, did you know that 80-20 was beef and pork? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like the ground beef that you can get from, the store has a mixture of beef and pork.
And it has that in that article?
I mean, I just looked it up. It's saying Walmart.com, 80% ground beef, 20% fat, and it's mixed with pork.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Just something extra, you know what I'm saying, to be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you go to the stores and you purchase it, and you make it purchases and everything else, it's just like, man.
Right.
You know,
mm-hmm.
I mean, not to get off the topic, but when you're talking about ways of, cutting costs and saving, of course. It's the same thing when we were enslaved, right? We were given pig intestines, for master to save my money, but still feed us.
Yeah.
Like, we were given that pork, that swine.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of like, well, we're going to give you some lean meat. And that lean meat is going to be mixed with, pork fat.
Just eat it, Just eat it. Because you going against it is just pointless. This is our people. The mentality of our people is you going against oppression. And our people don't see that the things that we do is white supremacy. I saw one Instagram post about a white girl going to Russia with drugs, getting a slap on the wrist. I saw one. You know how many times I've seen black people post, if Brittany Griner was LeBron James, Brittany Griner was LeBron James. If Brittany Griner was LeBron James, he'd be out by now. Our mentality is not an individualistic mentality. We are taught everything. Yes, I am brainwashed. Yes, I, Azania of the I.S.U.P.K, I am brainwashed. Because the Bible says that you have to have your mind washed. You have to have your mind washed. Go ahead, read the scripture for me, Baba Kishore.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that
Can you turn the speaker this way?
Okay.
That way it can pick up on the microphone. Wow.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20.
Wow, much better.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Okay. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Why are black people Democrats? Why do we vote Democrat? Can somebody answer that, please? Why are black people Democrats? That was a good one too, yeah. Counseling programs for all the affliction. That's correct. We counsel because of the affliction that our people go through. Okay. Now, why do black people vote Democrat? When I say black people vote Democrat, I always have to preface it. I always have to say, because black people are so much intelligent than me. They're so more intelligent than me that I have to say, not all black people, this the majority, because the majority of black people do what? What is it? 85% of all black people are Democrat? I think 80% of all black people are Democrat. So when I say black people, I'm talking about the majority. So whenever you hear me say black people, I'm talking about the majority. Not every black person eats a hot dog. I got it. But I'm saying that to say this. The majority of black people vote Democrat. Why do they vote Democrat? Go ahead.
Because we're abolished. When you look at the laws that are set up, Democrat versus Republican, typically Democrat is, for the lower class income people.
That's wrong, Falwell. That's wrong. Democrats don't give a damn about us being impoverished. How long have we been voting Democrat? Maybe 60 years? 60 years. In the 50s, we were Republicans and we voted Republican. I'm not saying that black people should vote Republican. But for 60 years, black people have been voting Democrats and seen no results. Poverty doesn't mean anything. Poverty doesn't stop black people from going in. I've been voting Democrat just like my mother and my grandmother. I've been voting Democrat like my father and my grandfather. Maybe I shouldn't vote Democrat because we still poor. Black people don't care about that. Poverty, Democrats don't care. Democrats ain't poor. Democrats are not poor. Tierra Mack, she's not poor. She's a senator for the state of Rhode Island. I guarantee she lives in a nice house. Democrats aren't poor. It's not poverty. Why do black people vote Democrat? Okay, Yaquataza's response is this. Black people in the old days used to be Republican, but as of now, most black people are Democrat because being liberal and free and freedom, liberal and freedom. Okay. You're wrong, Yaquataza. You're wrong. Because if black people were freed in 1865, I'm not saying that they were, okay? But let's just go with what we're talking about. Who gave them freedom and liberty? The Democrats or the Republicans? Abraham Lincoln was what? A Republican. The Republicans gave black people Reconstruction. And there in the Reconstruction era, black people were senators and congressmen and mayors. And Black Wall Street was built up by black Republicans. Freedoms and liberty. Liberty and freedom has nothing to do with why black people vote Democrat. Why do black people vote Democrat? Why do black people vote Democrat? I'm not saying to vote Republican, black people. Black people love to misconstrue everything. Black people love to take a side, right? Except when you're talking about righteousness and wickedness. But what is the reason why black people vote Democrat? What is the reason? Why? I'll give it a second, give it 30 seconds. Anybody? Why do black people vote Democrat? It's not like something you're going to say exactly what I'm going to say, but if you could just get it in the same field or in the same understanding, the same concept. Why do black people vote Democrat?
Is it really because of religion?
What do you mean by that?
Like churches push, you know what I'm saying, us to be able to vote. They typically are Democratic, but like the church typically pushing, going out there and being Democrat. And then when you look at what comes of it, well, you have the right to choose.
You might be thinking too much of it. It's not religion. You're right. You're right. Which is crazy because why would the church? Because okay, talk to gay black people. What do gay black people always try to stand behind? What do they like to say? Well, the church never accepted us. That's a lie. That's a lie. The church accepts gay black people. The church loves gay black people. They love it. The church supports abortion. I hear black preachers out there marching with abortion. It's talking about some abort the baby. What Planned Parenthood is in your church. So it's not necessarily religion or religious doctrine because the church has changed. But the church has changed the same reason as to why black people vote Democrat. It's not a difficult thing. I'm not saying vote Republican. I'm not saying to be a Republican because that's wicked as hell too. The reason being, it's not hard. Y'all gonna be like, come on, Cat. Like, what? Come on now. The reason why black people are Democrat because white people want you to be Democrat. That's it. That's it. It's nothing deep. White people tell you what to do, and you do it. And he used craftiness subliminal messages, psychology. The reason why black people vote is because they have nothing else to live for. They don't have a culture of their own. They don't know what to do. Black people were stripped of everything. They don't know. So if they vote and the person they vote for wins, they're on the winning team. They are somebody. You're only voting because white people tell you to vote. It has nothing to do with freedom because you're not. You're not free. You're not free. How many times will a rapper or an R&B singer come out and say, they want us to sing this song? The industry how many times a rapper going to say, they want us to rap about this? You don't like that music because you naturally just born to like that music. You don't know anything about music. You're just taught this is the music that you like. Michael Jordan can come out with some ugly sneakers. Has there ever been an ugly pair of Jordans? Has to be, right? How many Jordans is it? 20? I think it's 20 Jordans. You mean to tell me not? Out of all 20, all of them was just so fly that everybody went out and bought them because they looked so great. Not one pair of Jordans looks ugly. Gotta be some pair of Jordan looks ugly. Nobody can tell me that. Like, you do it because the masses do it. You just go with the flow. You just pick and choose whatever you want to be next day because it's subliminal. They're telling you to do it. They tell you to vote Democrat. You don't vote Democrat because you care about black people. You don't care. I don't get how Democrats say, go out and vote. We need more voters. And then they kill the babies. Wouldn't more babies mean more votes? You don't do anything of your own cognizance because you are taught what is good and what is evil. How about we as black people? This is the solution. How about we follow the Bible? And the Bible gives us what is good and what is evil. Read it again out loud.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20.
Thank you.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Verse 21.
What do we want? What do we want, man, as a people? Anybody? What do we want? Like, what is our point? What do we want? God is a masculine. He is a man of war, and he's not about confusion. The mindset behind everything is your spirit. Why you do something, it's built to do that. There's an existence. There's something that grows and festers. Damn, I can't talk about women twerking. We're not supposed to talk about that because we should only talk about the positive. Black people is a joke, man. We gotta stop bullshit. We gotta stop with the bullshit. We gotta fucking stop. Salagia, excuse my language. I'm passionate about it. It just aggravates me that black people will argue over who's the greatest basketball player of all time. You know, black people arguing about Usher versus Chris Brown right now. I think Usher will win, in my opinion. But black people will argue who's a better entertainer, who got better songs, who can dance better. Black people will argue about that. And I ain't got nothing wrong with that. Hey, this is a conversation. But damn, I can't argue about life and death. I can't argue about who God is. I think we're more comfortable with trash and garbage or things that don't mean anything, that are frivolous. We're really comfortable with that rather than holding on to something deep and true. Because in holding on to something deep and true, there comes a responsibility. You got to talk against it. You got to pick a side. Let me bring out the sister, right? NAACP Image Award nominee. This sister is an NAACP Image Award nominee, right? She talks about Black issues all the time. Now she got to be a sidemind. I think she's gay. She got to be gay because she's always talking about gay stuff and aborting the babies. So she got to be with it. Yep. Look. Up. Up. Let me just see this real quick.
Both takedowns. Ted Cruz. We about tired of you. Tired of you.
Tired of you. Tired as that half-ass color on top of it. Strands for Trans presents.
You see this? Brothers and sisters, y'all see this? Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen.
Strands for Trans presents. Strands for Trans presents.
Trans takedowns. Ted Cruz. We about.
Why is he with her? Why are you here? Why is Black associated with transgender and gays and all this stuff? Why is he even here, man? Why? Anybody feel me on that? Like, Black culture is gay culture. LGBTQ overrides and rules over Black people. Why is a Black woman sitting with a gay man talking about women's rights? She's not even talking about women's rights. She's talking about transphobia. She's talking about gay people rights, gay rights. The agenda has been pushed. It was a good thing to talk about Black people getting freedoms and liberations. But now, like the scripture says, what is good is now evil. And what is evil is now called good. Our sons and our daughters have to see this. They have to grow up and be taught this is how the way to live. This is, you're supposed to stand for trans. Stand up for trans. Fight for the gays. Fight for the lesbians. Brittany Griner cuts her breast. She takes some type of medication to reduce her breast. Brittany Griner. And if you go on her social media, Brittany Griner got a picture of her with her shirt off, trying to look like a man. So when they say, if Brittany Griner was LeBron, she is LeBron. She is. She want to be a man.
About tired of you. Tired of you.
Tired of you. Tired as that half-ass mullet on top of his head.
Pick a side.
Okay, so we were supposed to laugh at that, right? I'm supposed to laugh at the mullet on Ted Cruz's head. Nigga, you got a weave in your head. You got a full woman's hairstyle. I'm supposed to laugh at the Edomite? The Edomite's hilarious. But what if the Edomite bombed you back and said, at least my hair is real and it's my hair? You got women hair in you. You got a woman's hairstyle. Why don't he just leave Ted Cruz alone? Why don't he just speak about the positive things that the trans community is doing? Am I right? That's what we hear in I.S.U.P.K. Why don't y'all just leave everything alone and just talk about what y'all do? Why can't he just do that? Why can't Billy Porter just do that? Billy, why are you talking about Ted Cruz, Billy? Leave him alone, Billy. You just talk about what positive things you guys are doing in the trans community. What are they doing in the trans community that's so positive?
Because that's not even something.
No mother I know would let that child raise his head.
Pick a side.
And the sister says, pick a side. The sister is cutting herself. She said, pick a side. She's sitting next to the gay man saying, pick a side. Is this a joke? She just said, pick a side, huh? The irony behind that. Maybe I'm the only one that finds that hilarious. I don't pick a side. You gonna say to pick a side? The gay man is sitting next to you. Sis, what side are you on? Are you heterosexual or are you?
It's not even something better.
No mother I know would let their child leave the house with their hair looking like that.
Look at his head. Now look at the side of my head.
Pick a side, because that's not even something better.
No mother I know.
Look at his head. Don't he got the same salt and pepper head? No mother I know would let his child. Mother, I thought you don't believe in mothers. Every woman should just abort their baby. So who is the mother? Yo!
No would let their child leave the house with their hair looking like that. Oh, glory.
Cut that shit out, Ted.
Cut it out.
Black women. Does this guy look? Y'all like this? He can dress. He looks horrible. He looks sloppy and disgusting.
You know what else you need to cut out? Put so much of your energy into vilifying the trans identity.
And there it is.
You have been consistently loud
and wrong
about your anti-trans sentiments concerning things like gay marriage, and now how parents of trans children work to affirm them.
Again, based on what you stand for and what you believe.
Who peed in your shampoo bottle, honey?
What makes you think that your opinion is so pertinent that it should have the power to shape other people's lives and access?
Well, that's the colonizer mentality.
It's an opinion. Now, I'm not with Ted Cruz. So what they would say is this: because I would be against trans and trans people raising children, specifically black children, they would say I'm white supremacy because I have the same sentiment as Ted Cruz. But can something just be right because it's right? Now, Ted Cruz could be doing it because Republican is just going against Democrat. So he's just doing with the flow of the Republican. But do trans parents have an influence on their children? Go ahead, Al. Go ahead.
It's the point of how you take something if the pedophile was to teach children that it's okay to be touched by pedophiles, whatever the breakdown of all the different, mesophile, neophile, and whatever else, though, because there's a difference of the breakdown, right? There's those that do the young children, those that do the teens, and those that do the pre-adults, whatever, right? There's a breakdown of all that. This came out because of, I think, the R. Kelly nonsense.
Nah, it was already out.
Well,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's how I found out about it.
Yeah.
I was watching something that it was just like, well, he's not really a pedophile.
It's been out because they're trying to let the pedophiles in. That's the next thing in the list of the LGBTQ. The next thing that's going to try to come in is pedophiles. And they're going to try to say, like when they give us the argument, well, Mary was 16 when she had Jesus. There's no proof of that she was 16. She's not that young. Nope. There's no proof of that. There's no biblical text that says Mary was 16 years of age when she had Yahweh Shai. She was a young woman. She was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's no scripture that says that. No, none. But what they're trying to use is they're trying to create some type of way to creep in and make it okay to be a pedophile. Because a pedophile can say, what? I was born this way. I was born this way. And if you allow children, see, this is what the stupidity of our people are. When I say the stupidity, I'm talking about black people. When I say black, I mean all 12 tribes, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, so-called. We're so dumb that we're starting to believe and follow that a child can be born gay. So that if that's the case, then a child can identify as gay as a child, right? If they can identify with their sexual orientation, what is a pedophile thinking? Then they have the freedom to express that they want to have sex, or that they're fine being touched or raped or molested. That's what's coming in. Go ahead.
No.
I just want to break that down because you was breaking down the levels of pedophilia, which is so stupid.
Right.
Just like this, there's levels of gay.
Okay.
There's levels of gay. You're a trans, you're a gay man, you're a lesbian woman. It's gay. It's all the same. You know, we argue with people about that. We go on the streets and we got to talk to people because they feel that a trans and the gays is different. And they're not treated this. It's the same damn thing. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, if a pedophile was already making that same claim and statement, you'd go and holler that was wrong. So at what point does this become wrong and inappropriate to holler the same thing I'm saying about trans, lesbians, whatever the heck alphabet soup you want to be a part of? I mean, you're saying that a child should, like, so a pedophile or a normal adult should be able to say whatever you want to define as a normal adult, right? That it's okay to let people touch on you, right? That's something that should be taught. I mean, what point do we say we're infringing upon that child's right? Why don't we just when the baby come out the womb, put them in the woods, you know what I'm saying, and let them fend for themselves? I mean, there's a reason why we're quote unquote, you know, saying a higher intelligent being person on the planet.
That's coming to the point where it's not going to be. And you got to be, you have every right to be stupid. It's your right to be a dumb ass, to be an idiot. Tierra Mack, the senator of Rhode Island, stands on her head and twerks her ass in a bikini and says, vote for. She has no shame because it's her right to be an idiot. That's just stupid and dumb. But I shouldn't talk about it. You know why? Because it's a black woman. And black people are associating themselves with this gay freedom to be whatever you want to do. So nobody should talk about it. Shut up. We need the Bible. The Bible is the line. The laws are done away with. So what are they replaced with? If the laws are done away with, what are they replaced with? Let me play this video.
Tell you thought colonization stopped at race. You were absolutely incorrect. You spend a lot of time imposing your Christian beliefs on individuals simply trying to mind their business.
I know it's confusing based on the history of this country.
Parents of trans children work to affirm them.
Again, based on what you stand for and what you believe.
Who Peter your shampoo bottle, honey?
What makes you think that your opinion is so pertinent that it should have the power to shape other people's lives and access?
Well, you know, that's the colonizer mentality.
So what is your opinion? What is your belief? Your belief is that everybody should do what they want to do. So what is wrong with me saying that you're wrong? If I say, General Muhammad said, I'm always right, I must just be always right. You have to accept that. If you're saying that this is mind your own business, then why you gotta keep telling me that you gay? Right or wrong? Why do I have to see you being gay all the time? I'm trying to mind my business, and you just gay everywhere, every day. You're not trying to force your gayness? I think you are. What people do in their bedroom? You guys have sex out in the public, in the street. God damn. You ain't minding your business. You want everybody to be in your business. You just said it's a colonizer that says you shouldn't have your opinion. And what makes you right to have your opinion? Aren't you gay because it's your opinion? Isn't that your lifestyle? Damn, so what's the point? Who's right and who's wrong? Nobody's right and nobody's wrong. So why are you against somebody saying something is wrong with it? There is no line. And whorism and gay go together. Sodomites and hoes go together. All over-sexualization and sexual exploitation and all this over-sex thing is just going, all of it goes together. Why? To deteriorate the values and the morals of a people. I don't care about white people. If white people want to have abortion, let them have abortion. If white people want to be Christians, let them be Christians. I don't think we can change white people. I don't give a damn. Why are black people, the same black people that support LGBTQ and that are Democrats, why are they pushing CRT? Why are y'all pushing, we need to go in those schools and teach these white children about slavery? Why? You just said mind your business. Let white people be racist. I have to teach them to be human? I have to teach them history? Why? Who the hell cares? You're gay because white people want you to be gay. You have abortions because white people want you to have abortion. You're doing it because they want it. It's part of white supremacy. You don't think the white supremacists want Billy Porter sitting up here looking like a goddamn idiot? White supremacists want this. Your enemy wants you to look like this. And you believe that you're against them. You're not, dummy. You're fulfilling their agenda. You're doing what they want you to do. Do you think they want strong black men? Do you think they want fathers? Do you think they want husbands? Do you think they want priests and officers? Do you think they want righteous black people? They do not want righteous black people. They do not want black people with moral integrity and discipline and structure. They despise it.
You thought colonization stopped at race.
You thought colonization stopped at race. It did, you dummy. Now we gotta be gay. We gotta be gay now. If we want to go against the colonizer, we gotta fight for the LGBTQ as well. Black people should cancel Billy Porter and say, shut your mouth. You don't represent black people. This is a struggle for black people in the black race. Don't bring that gay thing in here. Destroying us. You gay people do nothing for black people. Now I gotta fight the colonizer and bring up the gays and support the gays and be half gay just to fight against the colonizer. He wants you to be gay.
You were absolutely incorrect. You spend a lot of time imposing your Christian beliefs on individuals simply trying to mind their business.
I know it's confusing based on the history.
Gay people do not mind their business. Gay people mind their business. Why is he talking like that? That's how his voice naturally is. Why is he sitting like that? Why is he sitting with his legs crossed? Does a man naturally sit with his leg crossed? No, because he has a rod and testicles. So he doesn't sit with his leg crossed. He still has a penis. Billy Porter has a penis and testicles. Does he sit like this, drinking a cup of tea? Because it's natural and it naturally comes to him? Or was he forced to be like that? Was he educated and trained up to be like this? He was. And you're pushing it. Not because you want people to mind their business, but you want people to be in your business and to support your agenda. And you got black women with it. And the day is coming very, very soon where black women, you're not going to have a choice. You're not going to have a choice. That gay black man, he's not going to let you in the house when the riots are in the street. That gay black man is not going to protect you. He's going to fight you. He hates you. That gay black man hates you because you were born a woman with everything of a woman. Not just the physical attributes, the breasts, the hips, the vagina, the face, the feminine form, the smaller frame. He hates all of that. And he hates you because God made you a woman and not him. He's going to fight you. And you sisters, you can't run up to, you can't say we need masculine black men. Because the masculine black man going to tell you, either you in here or you out there. Just like she said to Billy Porter about Ted Cruz, pick a side.
To this country, but no, you do not get to build policy off your religious beliefs.
No.
The separation of church and state is not limited to buildings, my boy. It actually applies rather specifically to your personal biases and how they affect policy making.
People just want to go to the bathroom in peace, but you keep putting your...
Did Billy Porter celebrate the 4th of July? What you think? Does Billy Porter celebrate Christmas? Didn't he just say religious beliefs? You follow the religion of the white man. What is you talking about? Let me type it in. Let me see if Billy Porter. Hold on. Billy Porter rendition 4th of July. Watch Billy Porter perform for What's Its Worth during the Democratic. So you into politics? Democratic. YAHANNA were also part of the 4th of July celebration. Okay, all right. Let me get a little bit more religious. Let's put Christmas. He celebrate Christmas. He believe in a white Jesus. You got to be kidding me out. You was right, wasn't you? Was you joking or you just made that up? Or did you look it up? Or you was joking? How do I get the other page? Do I have to stop the share? I'm just trying to get this page to share this page. So I'm just trying to see if all right. I have to stop the share. Yeah. To go to the other page. I wish they had a better transition. That's one thing I wish they had.
joking.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth and never need a dentist again. People are fixing their receding gums.
Stop pushing your religious belief on me, Billy Porter. Billy Porter, stop pushing your religious belief. This nigga is standing in front of a Christmas tree. He lit up more than the Christmas tree. He got more lights on his gay ass than the Christmas tree do. Have yourself a little merry little Christmas. You're a Christian, Billy Porter. You worship Christmas and white Jesus just like Ted Cruz. You know why? Because white people want you to be gay. How much you want to bet Billy Porter got a white gay man husband or whatever? What you think, Dawon? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong now. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me check it out.
Our troubles will be out of
All right, give it a break. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all ridiculous. Come on now. Y'all ridiculous now. As we talk about colonizers and oppression and slavery, we talk about colonizers and oppression and slavery, right? Billy Porter, you can't talk about colonizers because you having sex with one. Billy Porter, you can't tell me about no colonizers, no none of that. And you know what, Billy Porter? Billy Porter, you know what? Excuse my language, but you the bitch in the relationship. You're the woman in the relationship. Excuse me, y'all. Billy Porter, you're the woman. You wear the dress. You want to talk about colonizers? So your white husband wears the pants and you wear the dress. You play the role as the woman. Do you know what they did to black men during slavery? They raped black men. It's called buck breaking or breaking the buck. Taking the strong and raping him in front of his women, his children, his family, to take away his power. Or just because you were gay, you made black people gay. You're the woman in the relationship. What you talking about? Colonizer. Pushing the agenda. You pushing the agenda. You sodomite. You the sodomite pushing the agenda. Look at him. He got full out makeup on. Lipstick, eyeliner. You're the woman in the relationship. And it's so sad. It's so sad our sisters don't check you and go, that looks ugly, brother. Brother, you acting like a woman is ugly. But you know what? They control the mind of black women to think what? What's good is evil. What's evil is good. Can you read the subscription under this picture?
Pose star Billy Porter opens.
Come on up.
Opens up about HIV diagnosis in powerful essay.
So if we got a program to help HIV patients, right? The I.S.U.P.K got the program. Aren't we supposed to say, don't get HIV? Because one of the main reasons you get HIV, not all, Mr. So steady, smart, educated black folks. You're too smart for my good, right? You're smarter than me. I think you're not. Gay people have a higher rate of catching HIV/AIDS. I'm not making it up. If you look at the commercials that come on BET, because the gay commercial, the HIV commercial is always on BET. And you know who they have in the video for the commercial? 2 black men, black and Hispanic men, transgenders, and black women. How about we don't get HIV by pointing out this is how you get HIV, and it's sick and disgusting and it destroys. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm done with that. I'm done with Billy Porter. Straight up sodomite. Oh, let me finish.
Strands for Trans presents Trans based on what you stand for and what you believe.
Who peed in your shampoo bottle, honey?
What makes you think that your opinion is so pertinent that it should have the power to shape other people's lives and access?
Well, you know, that's the colonizer mentality. You thought colonization stopped at race.
What?
You were absolutely incorrect. You spend a lot of time imposing your Christian beliefs on individuals simply trying to mind their business.
I know it's confusing based on the history of this country, but no. You do not get to build policy off your religious beliefs.
No.
The separation of church and state is not limited to buildings, my boy. It actually applies rather specifically to your personal biases and how they affect policy making.
People just want to go to the bathroom in peace, but you keep putting your greasy ass head.
People just want to go to the bathroom in peace. What are you saying? What are you saying? What Billy Porter saying? People just want to go to the bathroom in peace. What Billy Porter talking about? What do you think Ted Cruz is against that Billy Porter is talking about bathrooms? Well,
Not just unisex bathrooms, but whatever one you feel
Yeah.
you identify.
Yeah. Ted Cruz is against elementary schools having unisex bathrooms. Didn't we bring out that story about the girl being raped in the bathroom because the high school accepted changing the bathrooms to be open or whatever bathroom you feel comfortable in going with? Women should be straight up against all this stupid. And then we bring out the story about the trans man going to the women's prison. What was he doing in that prison? He was fixing the pipes up in that prison. He was laying pipe. 2 inmates got pregnant. You can't do it, man. But can I go to the bathroom in peace? Can my children go to the bathroom in peace? No, my children gotta see a 6'3" man in the bathroom with a wig on his head and lipstick on, pulling his rod out.
A word.
If you would like to join us in fighting crimes against humanity,
Like whatever is going on in top Ted Cruz's head. This is Trans for Trans Black People.
All right. I think this is it.
Happy 100 episodes of Parking Lot Pimpin'. Wait, not me having 100 weeks worth of content. And just yesterday, a white man in Naples, Florida, threatened to break a black woman's jaw, claiming her son being too big for a spine could have hurt one of his kids. Then called her an animal, and proceeds to call her classless, and then calls her trash. And then when her male cousin shows up, he refuses to address.
All right, that's not it. But anyway, I'm gonna just go to the video that from I think this was a couple of days ago.
It's Friday, and have you peeped what Joe Biden has had to say?
Consider the challenge accepted, Court. I'm asking the Justice Department that much like they did in the civil rights movement, there's something to everything in their power to protect these women seeking to invoke their rights.
Did you hear it?
So this order is intended to protect abortion and contraceptive access and bolster privacy in the aftermath of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. So with this executive order, the Department of Health and Human Services will take additional action to protect access to abortion medication.
Oh, Salakia, y'all. I didn't even share it. Salakia.
It's Friday, and have you peeped what Joe Biden has had to say?
Consider the challenge accepted, Court. I'm asking the Justice Department that much like they did in the civil rights movement, there's something to everything in their power to protect these women seeking to invoke their rights.
So this order is intended to protect abortion and contraceptive access and bolster privacy in the aftermath of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. So with this executive order, the Department of Health and Human Services will take additional action to protect access to abortion medication that is approved by the FDA. And also, the agency will seek to protect access to emergency medical care for pregnant people and people experiencing miscarriage.
It's Friday, and have you peeped what Joe Biden has had to say?
Consider the challenge accepted, Court. I'm asking the Justice Department that much like they did in the civil rights movement,
Much like they did in the civil rights era. Abortion is compared to civil rights. Abortion is compared to civil rights. And Black women are happy with Joe Biden fighting against the Supreme Court for abortion. Look, me getting emotional, but then me remembering it's just his job. Joe Biden's supposed to do this. He's done nothing for Black people. Nothing at all. But now that he signs this, Black people are siding with Joe Biden. Y'all sick, man. Black people are weak. You only do it because white people tell you to do it. You only do it because white people tell you to do it. They tell somebody higher than you, a celebrity or somebody that makes more money than you. They tell them, go ahead, and this is what Black people should do. This is what being Black is. Kamala Harris says being Black is collard greens and hot sauce, and you niggas just accept her, and you just let her slide. Okay, all right. All right.
that much like they did in the civil rights movement, there's something to everything in their power to protect these women seeking to invoke their rights.
So this order is intended to protect abortion and contraceptive access and bolster privacy in the aftermath of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. So with this executive order, the Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you talking about, okay, yeah, the sister said it. Yeah, he's real zesty. That's all his sauce consists of, is zest. Zestiness. He's straight sodomite. Okay? The sister said sleeping around. Right. Okay. I don't know where to begin, man. Jim Muhammad said something so heavy. He said, let them do whatever. Let the government go ahead and give up abortion rights. Let them do it. We should be a people that are so moral, that have so much morality and integrity, that we don't care about the laws in the land. If they push a law that says adults can have sex with children, we shouldn't care. We shouldn't get involved with white people's business because we are so upright. We are so connected to our power. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if you believed in abortion. Go ahead. You can believe in being gay. Go ahead. We should just feel like let white people do what they want. All right, go ahead. That is what Israel was called to be. We were called to be the greatest on the planet, the greatest nation on the planet, so that all the other nations can look at us and see that we were far superior, far greater. All because we have laws, statutes, and commandments in which we abide by. We follow this book. Okay. All right. I'll drop that topic. Any questions? Any questions? Questions? Any topics? Go ahead, huh?
I mean, maybe I'm just off on it. But how far away is this from, I'm saying, basically servitude being, slavery being implemented all over again?
Break it down, what you're saying.
It's like if we're going off of the Constitution, of course, right? Unless they're going to they still haven't gone back and ratified, the Constitution to state that was wrong. That shouldn't be that we're 3/5 of a man, right? If people were to go back and say, hey, we have to uphold, our constitutional right. Black people are considered 3/5 of a man. I'm saying it's my right, to hold them in a lesser, pay scale, right? It's my right to hold them, in servitude if I so choose to, because according to the Constitution, they're 3/5 of man. They're not fully human. They don't have the same human rights as I should. I mean, we're trying to say, don't get involved because this is what the Constitution says. But at what point does this lead back into, hey, I have the right, to have slaves all over me.
I think they would bring up, I think it was ratified though, right? 3/5 of a human. I think it was ratified. Meaning they created another amendment to ratify it, to go over it. But even in that file one, let me ask you a question back. Do white people follow the Constitution? Do white people care about patriotism and rights and laws and the Constitution? Do they care? Anybody can answer that if they like. Do white people follow the Constitution? Do they believe in laws and follow laws? Let me get an answer from anybody.
So, like, what's the question again?
Do white people follow the Constitution? Do they follow laws, contracts? They don't follow it anyway. Do they enslave black people? Only when it benefits white supremacy. That's correct. They don't follow it. White people aren't patriots. They're racists. White people care about racism. They don't give a damn about nothing patriotic or nothing. They can care less. They're going to enslave us anyway. They already got us enslaved. They don't care. So I don't think they care anyway. I think white people gonna find a way to keep us as slaves anyway. I think got us as slaves. I mean, our women twerking on the beach saying vote Democrat. I mean, the slavery is more intelligent now, I guess. It's more psychological. But you were saying, if they saying it's their constitutional right was brought up in Roe versus Wade to have the abortion, and white people can say this or say that.
Gosh, like, so like basically the ratification of 3/5 of the man is something that was unconstitutional. Like,
because they're saying that the overturning of Roe versus Wade is unconstitutional. What happened?
Basically.
Okay.
So if it goes to that point, of course, though, to start, overturning, the foundation. I mean, it sounds like, we're headed towards, the purge. I mean, I know it's just a movie though, but the new founding fathers, like that's kind of like the speech that I'm hearing from, the overturning of what the America is. Like, you can't sit there and argue that this is America anymore, right? You got to argue that it's something different.
But that's why the I.S.U.P.K takes the stance of, right, we don't care. Let America do what they want. It's not going to change our relationship with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Let America do what they want. Go ahead. Come up with any laws you want to come up with. It's not going to alter our morality. It's not going to change the laws, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. Nothing has ever changed this Bible. The Bible is completely against all these things. The Bible is against white supremacy. The Bible is against Republican and Democrat. So if that's its stance, and that's what it is, that's it. We don't give a damn. We can care less because we believe in something greater than the American Constitution. We abide by something stronger than Republican and Democrats in politics and the religions. We believe in something greater than that. Somebody came to this school today and he did not want to step on that. He tippy-toed around. He looked like he was in his 50s. 50-year-old black man, 50 plus. He tiptoed around that picture of Caesar Borgia on the floor. He did not want to step on it. I said, it's all right, you can step on it. He said, oh, I don't know. And you tell me white supremacy still does not exist, and we fighting for something like this, for gay rights? We fighting so a woman can have an abortion? We care about all this stuff? We getting involved with it? When we still believe Jesus is white. It's 2022, and we believe Jesus is white. God is white. The Bible is a Christianity book. It's not. Where the hell has everybody been? The woke community, that's the woke community. The woke community sit down with the gay man, trans man, and say all types of stupid, ignorant things. Go ahead.
It's like it shows how brainwashed we are. It shows how brainwashed we are because the idol worship from us walking in, it's a format. It's just a format, right? Step on it. What's wrong with it?
Right.
What's wrong? If I walk into your house and you have a format there, of your great grandmother on the ground, hey, that's messed up. That you got your grandmother on the ground, but it's a format. It's made for me to wipe my feet off on it. I mean, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, it could be, but that's not stuff though. But your great grandmother, you know what I'm saying, could have been the biggest child molester that there was known to me, right? But regardless, it's just it's a format. Let's look at it for what it is. It's
You can't change our people's mentality unless you tell them the positive and the negative. We have to tell that brother, that's Caesar Borgia, that's not Jesus Christ. We have to tell them that that's negative and that's wrong. We hear it all the time in I.S.U.P.K. that we're wrong. When we're not, you can't prove us wrong. However, what is the point? Go ahead.
So, I mean, that shows, you know what I'm saying, how brainwashed we are, right?
Give me that scripture too. Yep, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I mean,
I'm pull the scripture.
That shows, you know what I'm saying, how brainwashed we are, you know, that we can't look past, you know, the imaging. It says, oh, it's Jesus Christ. Like we can't look past that imaging. Just like, you know what I'm saying, we can't look at a man and be like, that's just a man. But we have to take it to the point of, yo, oh, that's a gay man. That's a straight man. That's a gay woman. That's a straight woman. Who the hell cares? Why is it significant, you know what I'm saying, that we know their preference?
Right.
Why is it significant, you know what I'm saying, that we know what Democratic standing that they are? It doesn't matter. But we give it power, you know what I'm saying, that it should not have. And that's where it comes, that we have to tear down, you know what I'm saying, these idols. We have to tear down, you know what I'm saying, you know, these altars, of course, though, because we're giving power to something that should not have any power or influence upon us.
Right. Yeah. So it shouldn't matter. So let them go. But yeah, they want to press on it. You need Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26. And then give me Romans chapter 12. Verse 2. But give me Ephesians 5 and 26. I got any questions, hit me now. We want to close out on this precept. On these two precepts. Oh, right here.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26.
Go ahead.
That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water.
Of what?
With the washing of water.
But the what?
With the washing of water.
With the washing of water, that he might sanctify and cleanse it. To sanctify and to cleanse it, you have to wash with water. It's not a physical water. Here it is. This is what it's talking about. Go ahead.
By the word.
By the word. You have to be brainwashed. Your mentality has to change. You have to be brainwashed. This is a cult. And everybody says that we're a cult. All right, we'll accept it. Okay. But we're brainwashed because we are cleansed and sanctified. You were trained up to be dirty and filthy. That's dirty and filthy. Go ahead.
Romans 12.
Read that one more time. You still got it? Read Ephesians 5 and 26 one more time.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
By the word. Keep going.
That he might present it to himself a glorious church.
Keep going.
Not having spot.
Not having spots.
Or wrinkle.
Right.
Or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish.
Without blemish. Without blemish. It has to be holy and without blemish. Holy means separate. Without blemish. Cleanse it. Cleanse it. Get rid of it. Those things that are stopping you, get rid of them. Cleanse them. Wash by the word, meaning the law, statutes, and commandments, and how it breaks down. You're not supposed to have that as a part of you. All right, give me the other precept.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1.
Give me verse 2.
Verse 2.
Go right to the point.
And be not conformed to this world.
You're conformed. I see black women twerking with each other. And they love it. And I'm like, you're just doing what the world tells you to do. Little Duval was doing some type of comedy show with Kevin Hart. I'm not saying Kevin Hart's righteous. He's a clown and a coon and whatever. But they were backstage. And Lil Duval is smoking weed. And he keeps telling Kevin Hart, hit it, man, hit it. Hit it. Kevin Hart says, nah, man, that's stupid. Why would I smoke? You want to destroy your body? Come on, man, just one hit won't hurt. These are grown men. And Kevin Hart's just like, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to smoke weed. I don't want to smoke weed. I don't want to smoke. Oh, man. And everybody in there like, Kevin, they just smoking weed because everybody in the world smokes weed. Shout out to Kevin Hart. I'm like, damn, he like, I don't want to do it. It's stupid. You want to tear up your lungs? If something is wrong, it's wrong, God damn it. Stop trying to justify it. The scripture says, and be not conformed to this world. Everybody's conformed to the world. You take on the form of the world. Keep going.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
By the renewing of your mind. Renewing means to make new again. Your brain, your mind, your lifestyle, your condition has to be renewed. Has to be made new again. Thank you, sister. Wrong is wrong. God damn. What happened to black people? Black people used to be wrong is wrong, man. I don't know what to tell you. Black people must be horrible parents now. Like, what do you say to your kid? Do you just let your kid be wild and stupid? I don't know. Well, maybe they want to play with the electrical outlet because they can express themselves in that way. Maybe he's an artist and he wants to learn about engineering. Let him burn down the house. I don't know. It's creative. He's thinking about the warmth. Wrong is wrong. No, sister, you were right for putting that. If you got a question, please pop it in. Question or comment, Dionysia. Wrong is wrong. You're right. You said Salakia. Go ahead, sis, if you got a question or comment. Go ahead with the scripture out. Renewing your mind, making it new again. Because you don't know. You think what you thinking as an individual. You're not. You're not. I don't get how people think they're individuals. You don't think nothing of yourself. You were taught to do this. Love is love. You're going to love who you love. That's not true. That's not true. You cultivated on who you love. You trained up and raised up on what you like. You think Italians like pasta because it's in their DNA? No. They trained up like that. Go ahead, Alex.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Yes, you have to. No, you were fine, sis, with saying that. Because that was the answer. That was the answer that I was looking for. So you were not out of line. I can't stand the police. I can't stand police. They got an agenda. They out. It's up here too. But I saw this video clip today of a baby walking up, excuse my language, walking up to the police. Going, bitch, get the fuck out of here, bitch. A baby, a 2-year-old, swinging on the cop. And the cop's like, what's going on? And the older brother, the older sibling's like, man, shut up with your doodle head. Shut up with your cheap shoes on. Shut up, you look stupid. I'm just like, damn. They're raised like this. To cuss out cops on the corner. Not cussing them out, because I don't know what happened. I'm just looking at this baby swinging on a cop. And I'm just like, what is going on? It doesn't make any sense. Where are we? You're absolutely right, sis. That the Most High knows and sees all. You're absolutely right, sis. And how he sees all and teaches all? By using the men, the priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K. to break it down, to judge it in a righteous judgment. That's how he does it. He uses men to be his battle axe. He uses us to be his trumpet and his voice on the earth to raise Israel out of the goddamn grave. Pass the class over to priest and officer of our one Lord. I'm gonna turn that light too more.
I.S.U.P.K security announcement. We're at I.S.U.P.K start out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, underneath the leadership of Commander General YAHANNA. Root for new brother and sister. The new brother and sister coming to the school. They're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, mean 10th in Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to you, gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We got the Fire Weekend, Midwest Fire Weekend. That's going to be July 21st through the 24th. All right. Make sure you reach out, make arrangements so that you can go enjoy. I came out of quad. I'm saying check the bulletin board in the back. If anyone wants to be a trooper in school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, headband, and scarf. With that, we'll courteous salute to the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Maji, my Shabbat, Maji, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Barak, there's a battah, hands down. Saul, one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Maji, my Shabbat, Maji, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Alathah, Hashem Yahweh Shah. There's a battah, hands down. Class dismissed.